Hey guys, Specter here, and I wanted to start off by saying I hope you all had a great time during Thanksgiving with your family and friends, or even if you were alone. With that being said, I'm going to show you how to turn 2D icons into 3D icons using Adobe Illustrator. So the first thing you're going to do is open up Adobe Illustrator, File, and New. And for this demonstration, we're going to use 1080 by 1350 and RGB. Also, have your icons ready, that way you can just drag them over to Adobe Illustrator. So the first thing you're going to do is import over your artwork file. For this example, I'm going to be using Mystery Man. He is one of my old character designs that I created a while back. And the first thing you're going to do is go over to Window and make sure that 3D and Materials is enabled, as well as Image Trace. And it's going to come up in the column on the right side. And you're going to notice it's going to be 3D Materials and Image Trace. So drag your artwork over to the side and then go to Image Trace and hit where it says Mode, Color, then Trace. And you'll see a pop-up come up, and then just hit OK. And then go over to where it says Expand at the very top. And with the Direct Selection tool, hit A. And just delete the edges where it's white. And zoom in to see if you have any blemishes or any tracing that not go well. And just delete those. Click on them and delete. Zoom out with Alt and the mouse wheel. Or zoom in as well with it. And just delete them. Luckily, that was the only issues that I had with this image tracing, but other than that, it's pretty good. Now with letter V, drag back into the artboard and go over to where it says 3D and Materials and hit Inflate. And you're going to notice that the image became poofy, and that's what we want. We want to make it into a 3D shape. And where it says depth, just increase it a little bit. I would say 30. And where it says presets, go to custom rotation and start rotating. I want it to be at an angle to a certain degree. That way you can see some of the 3D effect. Then go where it says materials and make sure you're selected onto the artwork. And go down to where it says roughness and bring this out to 0. Then go over to the lighting and make sure that shadows is enabled. And start messing with some of the color, the intensity, if you want it a little bit too bright or in between, or kind of dark. I want it in the middle. And the rotation is where you want the shadows to be rotated at. I want it to be on the right side, so the rotation has to be in between in the left. And then the height of the shadows, I'm going to leave that in the middle at 50. And the softness is just how soft you want the edges to be. Then go over to where it says Ray Tracing or Render Settings and select Ray Tracing on. And you want to turn the quality on high and then hit Render. Now it's going to start rendering. Depending on your computer, it might be a little slow or fast. Okay, and it's now done. And if you like the way it looks, you can leave it as is. And if not, you can still edit the rotation and some of the shadows that you want to give it. But in my opinion, it kind of looks really cool. And you see the depth of the eyes and overall the shape. So that's what that is. Okay, now I'm going to do another shape. And we're going to start off with an evil eye. My girlfriend made this one. And we're going to trace this because it is a PNG file. So we're going to turn this into an SVG. And just for fun, I'm going to duplicate this image with Alt and then drag out and then hit Shift. So for this one, I'm going to turn the color to green. So go to the Direct Selection tool and hit the outer color. Then do the same for the inner. Then hit I and select the other green. So pretty much just copy over the same settings that you did for the first attempt And if you're doing a different color, like a duplicate, like a clone, just import the same settings, then hit ray tracing and then render. Okay, so I've added more colors onto the effect. And what you can do too is you can add a background over to the background of the image. And just resize the background to the artboard. Right click and arrange and send to back. And you can see it gives it that cool effect, that gradient look. And you can just export this. And for the other demonstration, I'm gonna leave it as is. So with a transparent background. And there you have it, guys. It is very straightforward and very easy using Adobe Illustrator. If you already have any like existing icons that you have from previous like use, just turn them into SVGs with image trace and change the colors if you want to, like how I demonstrated on here. Also, I will be doing more Blender videos in the very near future, so stay tuned. And yeah, thank you guys. With that being said, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys have any suggestions, please drop it down in the comment section.